in the future, Hasbro owns every toy company.
Everything, including Takara Tomy.
Well, here's
especially
the thing.
Takara Tomy.
Well, now they have the Power Rangers license, and I don't know how that's going to work out. Because...
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal Dave's Trip to Jupiter, where we wear our nerd badges proudly.
Horrifyingly proudly. And I love it.
We are loud and proud about our nerddom!
Nerd power!
Oh yeah, so this level... Whoa. There we go, power up. This level actually has a fun factoid about it that is, you know, the kind of thing they talk about in, like, Did You Know Gaming.
Yeah.
Is that these dolphins, so Yoshi cannot eat them. But Yoshi cannot eat them only in this version of the game.
Really?
Because the Japanese version, he could.
Oh,
and that's apparently a change that was made to the U.S. version.
Oh, the
based
dolphin
on,
thing.
you know, whaling and such.
No, I was like, oh, wait a minute. It's the stupid whaling thing.
Yeah, because in Japan it's much more acceptable because as a seafaring island nation, they have a history of whaling, whereas in the Western world, we're like, we need to save these endangered species.
Yeah. Well, it was a huge thing in the 90s. I remember that was...
Yeah. I mean... I understand why, and I definitely think that, you know, animals should be saved, they should be preserved, and that humans shouldn't take any more from nature than they absolutely need. But in terms of gameplay, I just think of it as a game mechanic.
Yeah.
And I actually think it's a better game mechanic because you're eating your own platforms.
It's true. Now, time to enter the Vanilla Dome.
You know what's really interesting is, like, it seems almost like you're outside on, like, a starry night in this level. Also bullet bills. So I was actually, I have this game on the 3DS Virtual Console, and so I was playing it the other night. And I cheesed this whole level using the cape feather by taking off and just flying over it. But now watching you struggle is all the more satisfying. Remember, I'm pretty sure you can bat back the bullet bills with your cape as well. Yeah, never underestimate the power of having a melee attack in a Mario game.
And I grabbed on and I let go.
Yeah. Well, that's because you didn't hold the Y button.
Alright, I can do this.
I
gotta believe!
You missed the checkpoint.
Well,
I don't know that you can get that. Whoa! Oh. Your life flashed before my eyes.
So did mine!
Left, power up.
Got it.
It's got to be something, right? Run for it! Oh my god, I thought you were... Oh, dude. Okay, so, I don't know...
I don't know what happened! It was...
Something broke.
Apparently...
And then inside of Jonathan Joestar, something broke. Something important inside.
Was that a JoJo's reference?
That was a JoJo's reference.
I know it's a JoJo's reference, but I still said it anyway because the meme. The meme.
There's like from the parts of JoJo that I actually watched.
I have completely caught up to the manga, and I've completely caught up to the anime.
Okay,
so.
you know, I watched the first season, which was like part 1 and part 2.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed those, but when they got to like part 3, and I was watching the dub, and I actually really enjoyed their stupid accents.
Oh, that's fair.
With like Johnny Youngbosch trying to do a British accent for Jonathan.
That's great.
I thought it was great. Johnny Youngbosch is always an enjoyable actor to listen to.
Yeah.
And, you know, but then I liked how it was kind of like a really fabulous Dragon Ball Z. But then when they introduced stands, it started to feel like some kind of weird, like, Digimon battle or something.
It takes kind of a while to get used to it.
Yeah, so, like, and also the dub didn't even have those episodes up at the time, and so I was like, well, I kind of want to wait for the dub because I'm really enjoying it. I got, like, the first few episodes, and I noticed that Richard Epcar had taken over as the voice of Joseph.
That's fair since he's a lot older, but it's still Richard Epcar.
Well, he completely lost, like, any accent he had. It was different.
Yeah,
I love Richard Epcar. You know, I think he's
I don't know.
magnificent as Bato in the Ghost in the Shell series.
I think they might have done that because there were complaints about like the accents in the dub, but I was okay with them. If only because JoJo's already a cheesy show as
the wrong
is.
way? I may have gone a weird way.
You were going your own way, man. Go your way. You can
But
go.
we did that last time. Wow.
Mario goes his own way.
Yeah, it was Luigi going his own way last time.
Yeah, fair. No,
MGTOW, Mario goes his own way.
oh god.
We've already been over this, though.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Don't take us seriously, please.
Yeah, don't need to get into that can of worms.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I like the like JoJo is cheesy and I like it a lot. So
Oh yeah,
to
like
me-
that's what I realized is like because the first time I heard the dub, I was like, you know, what are these goofy accents? Wait, really? That
Yeah.
collided? All right.
you got greedy.
Oh no, watch this. It's Trent Reznor.
Oh god.
Shit.
It is Trent Reznor. Why is it Trent Reznor?
I don't know. He's a Triceratops.
Well, good for him.
Ah,
You got greedy.
I did. I got super greedy. I was distracted by Trent Reznor as a Triceratops.
Mario episode agreed. Now Mario has to go back to his mating home.
Mario goes to mate with the peach. I mean, the internet has already done the work for us on that one. Because while Mario has always been like a cute kids franchise, definitely tons of sexy artwork out there for like the princesses.
Oh, there's always sexy fan art no matter what you look for. Except, well, even then, like, I remember when the Steven Universe fandom went all ass over, like, sexy fan art of their characters because it was like, what if kids see it? And it's like,
Well, you know, I've heard Nintendo actually like kind of tries to police their stuff.
to an extent, I know that.
I was at an anime convention like some years ago, and like I walked by the hentai booth, and I was cosplaying as Mario, and my girlfriend at the time was cosplaying as Luigi. So, but she wasn't with me at the time. So I walked by like this hentai booth, and this guy's like, "Hey, you, hey," you know, it's like, "What you buying?" But he comes by, he's like, "Oh, we got some rare hentai here. We got stuff Nintendo doesn't want you to see. Like, we got some Princess Peach stuff in here." And I'm like, "Really?"
Of course.
He's like trying to sell it to me.
Well, thank you. Haha!
All right, so the strategy here is get rid of that turtle. Like, go back.
Now, too late, man. I'm gonna do this my way.
I was gonna tell you the easy way to do it. Okay, you can do it here too. This is your airstrip. Hold the Y button and run left to right until you get enough speed up that you can take off. There you go. And now pull left.
That did.
So before you hit the ground, you want to hit the away from the direction you're going.
Got it.
To pull up.
Got it.
That's how it works.
Fair.
You can cheese that entire level.
Didn't know. Now I know. And knowing got the battle.
G.I. Mario.
It's true.
Man, 80s cartoons need to come back. We were hanging out in the back room at work the other day, and they pulled up like a Kiss cartoon, and all of a sudden, like I'm doing my job, and then I turn around after hearing some noises, cartoon noises, 80s cartoon noises, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" They were watching Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos.
Oh god, that thing. That is so...
And they were joking about how freaking racist they thought it was.
Oh, it was quite the thing. Well, it's kind of funny because as weird as it is, that was considered pretty progressive back then to have at
like
least...
a Asian. Well, like there was like the sumo guy, and we were joking how the sumo was just one massive fat joke because he like knocks down the door and knocks down some like wannabe Cobra bad guys, and then he finds the kitchen, and the entire rest of the episode he's like carrying around plates of food that he stole from the kitchen.
I'll give G.I. Joe credit. Even with their more stereotypical characters, they at least tried to make them characters, especially when in the comics with Larry Hama. Larry Hama did a lot of good work with characters.
Well, I imagine the cartoons were a little bit more serious than the cartoon was.
The comics, yeah. Larry Hama actually had characters die, for one.
That's dark.
And Snake Eyes' entire backstory. In the comics, there's this entire sub-story with Snake Eyes trying to get with Scarlet in the comics.
Oh,
and it's like this major...
heroes love redheads.
Oh, yeah. And it's kind of funny looking back at Snake Eyes.
He couldn't find the words to express his love for her.
It's true. It's kind of weird looking at Snake Eyes, especially with one of the recent G.I. Joe comics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
wait, I might know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk... well, there's a little commentary I do want to put in here, but it's nothing major. The writer was so upset that Snake Eyes was a martial artist and he had Quick Kick shown to be a better martial artist, which, okay, fine.
Right.
But the fact is, Larry Hama, a Japanese man, decided to make Snake Eyes his martial artist. Because his initial toy was not a ninja dude, as people forget.
Oh, you know, I heard at least the neat thing about the original Snake Eyes toy is they just wanted to save on paint, so they didn't paint him, and that's why he's gray.
Yeah.
Also, I just defeated Reznor.
Yeah! You defeated Trent Reznor.
Your G.I. Joe story helped me progress in life.
But in general, Snake Eyes is a... as weird as it is, Snake Eyes is the main character of the G.I. Joe book and not Duke. Duke wasn't even part of the initial book either. Even though he's like kind of the Optimus of the franchise.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario has to go to a secret hole. That's what I call it, the secret hole.
No, like, I appreciate Snake Eyes on a whole new level, because I realize that he is essentially the inspiration for Gray Fox in Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you ever want to have a good time with old comics, the G.I. Joe one is not a bad one to go to.
Okay, so the thing about the spin jump is I think it does not generally go as high as your regular jump. But it has special utilities because it allows you to bounce off obstacles and also, like, poof enemies.
Mario's goes back his own way.
You grab yourself an extra life while you're at it.
That's what I'm doing here.
I'll be sure to hit more bonus games and, like, win us a bunch of extra lives that you can, steal from me.
Of course. But until then, I'm gonna, like, work on myself.
Life is always a journey of working on oneself.
Yeah, Mario needed to take his time, look at himself in the mirror and say, I can be my own man again.
I mean, wouldn't that be like Luigi's thing? Because Mario's gotten pretty consistent work. Luigi's just like, why does Mario always overshadow me? Alright, so with Yoshi, you can't quite take off the same way, but as long as you just keep holding the jump button, you'll drift downwards. Like, you're not going to come shooting downwards like a cannonball like you did with the other one. Or a meteor. The Mario meteor. Boof. Yeah, and Yoshi's jumps always have the same properties as the spin jumps, where he can jump off of obstacles.
Hold it.
Alright, use this as your airstrip. Or not. Careful. And now Mario's been reduced to a very small man.
Mario will do this for great justice!
Man, if you just, like, bounce through the level on top of bullet bills, it's gonna be like one of those Mario Maker levels.
It's true.
Got me sweating over here.
Yeah.
Now, if you hold the shell in front of you, you're kind of, like, protected in the front. And because the turtle already fell out of it, then he can't come back.
I actually made it through, so...
You did it!
I did.
Yay!
It's weird, but I did it.
Hey, whatever works. Because, like, the game's not tracking how you finished the level. It's tracking that you finished it.
Yeah, fair. And Luigi, once again, goes his own way.
Yeah. Oh, it's a scrolling level.
I hate these levels.
They have very few of them in this game, but we found one.
We found the scrolling level. Good to know.
Because, like, oh, and of course the added challenge here is that these
bouncing through those.
They're like balance. They're like scales that go up and down, kind of.
You gotta weigh the scales of justice.
Luigi's Scales of Justice.
It's the new show on HBO. It's about Luigi, but Luigi is actually a cop in the city. and has to deal with Mario as Mario slowly comes down with corruption. Yes, corruption. It's a sickness, and he's also corrupt.
He's down with the sickness.
It's true. But
you know, the only HBO show that I've ever really seen was actually, Spawn the animated series.
Yeah, no, that's fair. There's only really a couple ones I would actually recommend to go watch, believe it or not. And, okay, yes, Game of Thrones, blah, blah, blah. Look, everyone's seen it.
I hear it's good.
The one I like is Deadwood. Deadwood is the show I really like.
Yeah, so, like, because I saw Spawn the animated series, and that Robot Chicken skit, where they have it's like the devil went down to Georgia, but with Spawn challenging Malvolgia to a fiddle contest. Like
Really?
That got stuck in my head, so I can just see those, like, Violator demons just being like, big in the 90s, Spawn, Spawn, Spawn.
It's true.
Created by a guy named McFarlane.
Well, we
had his own show on HBO.
I know we talked
yes,
about
I mememorized the
this
song.
Yes, you did, and we already talked about this in an episode. But when we get to Soul Calibur 2...
Where? Aw. There's no more turtles.
When we get to Soul Calibur 2, we talk about Spawn in that game.
I mean, I have the GameCube version, which has Link in it.
Well, I also my friend Will has the PlayStation 2 version, which has Hayachi.
Hayachi Mishima.
Which I guess makes sense.
I mean, like, I really enjoyed Spawn the animated series, but hey, you know what? Will Dave be able to defeat the next castle, Space Cadets?
Well, I'm gonna actually...
We're running up the timer talking about nerdy things as usual.
Well, it happens, but I'm gonna actually go off screen to my secret hole.
But we're still rolling.
To the secret hole!
Into the secret hole! Gotcha.